Hey everybody, so I'm back again. It is the next day, although I was gonna record earlier today, but I just got caught up with other things. So it is nighttime again. I'm all ready to go. I have my water, I have some fruit, I have some Irish soda bread as well, because it's that time of year, gotta represent the heritage. But yeah, I will show you what I'm doing. I haven't played since last time. All I did is I wanted to go to the Clefairy Island to do that off screen just so I could like grind and get some stuff. I realized that you can't put your plushies inside the house. The houses, the buildings, you have to have them outside to be accessible for Driftloon. So, figured that out. So that was a little disappointing, but I did that. So now I'm on Clefairy Island. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go back to advance the plot. Last time we set up a bunch of habitats, so I'm excited to see if anyone shows up. So let's get rolling. So I've just been running around collecting stuff. I feel like a lot of the times when I come here, my primary goal is to get resources that I can put elsewhere, because these reset every day, so it doesn't really like affect the ecosystem. So I've been grabbing some mountain flower seeds, pecha, tree seeds, fir seeds, and some stardust, all that good stuff. So how is everyone doing today, Hopefully they're all doing all right. Let me know. I had an okay day. I had some work and made sure I got a workout in too. I've been trying to be better about being active these days. I swear, whenever I hear this music, it makes me nostalgic for like a game that I didn't even grow up with. Because I didn't play the first generation until I didn't even go to know about the Kanto region until Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And so, in that respect, I really was kind of unfamiliar to it. And yet, whenever I play this, makes me want to pick up Leaf Green again. I want to be able to continue making some headway through Kanto and not just be stuck in the very early game forever. And then I'm thinking that I will probably try to find another game to do something with for a while. I think I don't know, I feel like I don't really have enough audience engagement or subscribers at this point in time to really merit going live, potentially. I figure I will do that. Definitely do that eventually, but maybe not right now. But I could certainly, I've had a Switch for a while, so I've played most of the modern Nintendo games, and so I definitely would be happy to walk around my Animal Crossing island. I need to redecorate that, so I figured I could sort of do that, show you around there. And then in addition, there's Tears of the Kingdom, which I've beaten the game. I haven't gotten 100% because I'm not interested in Korok Purgatory. But there's that. Let's see. I've been thinking about doing I could do a run of I really like the Mystery Dungeon series. I've talked about that, I think, probably in a couple episodes. So I could do DX a bit, maybe. I have a couple saves with that, but I could start a new one potentially, and that'd be kind of fun. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to branch out a bit. But again, I'm at the point where this is just right now. I probably won't be able to get out more than 2 videos a week, unless there's I really have the time. Oh, I wanted to ask. I know I was gonna cut, but do it. But would you guys be interested in tier lists of me talking about some of my favorite gaming related things, favorite games in general? Or I played Stardew Valley. That's one of my favorite games, so I could talk about I could do a tier list of the characters if people are interested of what I think of them. And then there's I could talk about the Pokemon generations, you know, comparing them, which games I like, things like that, or my thoughts in general on each Pokemon. So yeah, let me know if that would be something you're interested in. I have a background in biology. I went to college and studied biology and English, and then I got a master's degree in environmental science. And so I would be very interested to talk about like Pokemon ecology, and maybe like, you know, what Pokemon might fit in the same like biomes, or maybe what animals they're based on, like specifically, instead of just generic like bird, rat, you know. Or I mean, there are honestly so many people out there. I think it's IGN or something like that put out some really cool like visual diagram of like a phylogenetic tree of how Pokemon would be related. And you know, Pokemon's tricky because so many of them are just not based on animals, they're based on inanimate objects or deities or just you know, mythological creatures or such. But it's still really cool. I'll try to find it and link it in the description of this video, because I had a good fun time looking through it. But I would certainly be willing to talk about that sort of thing. And even like on a totally different topic from video games, and gaming and all that, I could talk about my experience with the research that I've done, specifically with sea turtle research, because I spent a few years doing that. And I have many good stories, details of the experiences. You know, I can maybe provide some tips and tricks for being able to increase your odds of being able to encounter a sea turtle if you're walking the beach at night. So yeah, let me know if any of those interest you. And write that in the comments. But yeah, just let me know in the comments. I might make a like a poll at some point with that sort of thing. But yeah, I am open to talking about whatever sparks your interest. Whoa, is that a TV? Dang, I found this house is at the top of the hill on this island. And it is nice. I wonder who lived here. I'm gonna have to steal their stuff for my house. Alright, so we're back. Going back to the main town, and I got my things together, so I should be all set to go and continue the story. We'll see what Gradient / Chef Dente what idea he has had. Okay, here's another question I have for those people maybe who have played the game further. This is the bed, like the bed that I always wake up in, but I'd rather be using the bed upstairs. So I'm not sure what to do to fix that. What's up, everybody? Do I have any... No? I have the wonderful idea. My idea is to bring life back to this town and to make it just as lively as the good old days. With excellent restaurants to eat at, cheerful music playing. If we can restore this town to the energetic place it used to be, maybe the humans will come back. Banging pots and pans, man. Come on. No respect for the wildlife around here. No respect for noise pollution. You really loved this town, didn't you? I'm not dropping the English accent. He's good. Yeah, I think he's fine, though he was before. Well then, it's just a question of how to get started. You could make a bunch of habitats to attract lots of Pokemon to this town. Or build houses for Pokemon to live in. I'm sure there are plenty of other things you could do to help too. Oh yes, you'll be busy. Thanks for everything you do for me, yo! I got a little present for you in return. You got 3 pieces of iron ore. Nice. I am homeless here. Oh, I need to figure out how to get another flag. Okay. Well, let's see. So these I mostly can't do here. Although, I can do that now because I found a recipe to build a gravestone. So, I can put a couple of those around. Oh wait, I'll be right with you. You know what? I forgot to bring security cameras. I knew I was going to forget something when I came over here. Hey, Ditto! I heard you're a real whiz at making salads. Score Bunny told me all about it. I'd love to try one of your salads, but I want to eat it gracefully, beautifully. You get me. Like a salad where everything's shredded real finely. Think you could make something like that? I'll give it a go. I'm excited. Thank you, Ditto. Oh, and if you need help cutting up the salad greens, let me know. I'm always happy to lend a wing. It'll be like a special salad collaboration between you and me. Yeah, I'd like to take Dartrix with me. Need his help for something else anyway. Let's go and make some salad. Alright, that's one. Okay. Alright, Dartrix, let's make the salad for you. You can probably fly down, right? Yeah, he can! He can fly! He's coming for me! Oh, every time that always gets me. Alright, hold on a second. I want to cook. Oh. Oh, I brought leaves. Let's make 3. We haven't made this before. Oh, cool. 3 shredded salads. Alright. What's up? Not everyone can learn how to make bread and salads so quickly. I had a good teacher. Oh, how precious you are saying something so sweet. Anyway, how would you like to learn how to make another of my special dishes? I would love to. That is the spirit. Now, let's get started. Next up, a frying pan is what we need to make this sizzly, juicy dish. It's really quite an art. These songs are kind of cringe, man. I don't know. Makes me feel a little juvenile, but oh well. So the main takeaway should be, to make hamburger steak, you'll need a frying pan. Now, I may be able to cook, but I sure cannot make a frying pan. You have a frying pan. It's in your tail. Dude, turn around! Turn around! Come on, man! Can't use that one? Is that just for decoration? Is that your special sacred one that you just carry around at sentimental value? It's for frying things over a fire. So I suppose you'll need that lightweight material that can withstand the heat. Why don't you try asking Professor Tankcloth where you can find something like that? It's one either Lugia or Ho-Oh having a main character moment in the background. I'll teach you how to use a frying pan once you've made one. Just say the word when you're ready, pumpkin. Wow, that shredded salad was as tasty as it was easy to eat with elegance. Thanks for sharing. If you ever want to make another, just say the word. Happy to help out anytime. Cool. See you later, man. Oh ho, Joseph, do you need my help with something? I want to make a frying pan. So this time you want to make a frying pan, eh? If you're looking for material that's lightweight and can withstand heat, I think copper ore is just the ticket. Conveniently, there's a decent amount of copper ore in the ground around here. Why, if you look closely, do you see some bluish metal mixed into the soil? That's copper ore. But you can't use ore as is, I'm afraid. First, you'll need to melt it down and shape it into ingots. Then you can use it as material for your frying pan. But what can we use to melt something so hard? Oh, I just recalled. Machoke was looking for you. They seem to be in a spot of trouble. I'll spend a bit more time pondering how to make copper ingots. Meanwhile, would you please go see what Machoke has to say? Interesting about the Ditto cellular reconstruction blurb that it just passed by on the screen. Makes me wonder if this Ditto that we play as is particularly bad at mimicking Pokemon, and instead is like more skilled at mimicking people, which I think lore-wise would make sense. Can I get up there? I don't know, maybe Ditto has so much affection for humans, you know, that just really has only preferred to really try mimicking humans, especially their trainer. This me, I just remembered. There's something I've been meaning to tell you, Joseph. Your outfit is quite darling, Muffin, but it's just not quite suitable for a chef. What kind of outfit is suitable? Why, something like my look, of course. This yellow scarf is a particularly good example. It's important for the chef to have an accessory that highlights their cleanliness and sense of style. Noted. You use transform. I got a hat and a scarf. Whoa. I love how instead of like an actual chef's like hat, it's just a giant pot, you know? This is definitely bit of an eccentric gradient that I'm now mimicking. Goodness gracious, I did not know you were so good at doing impressions. Now you look just like me, quite the upgrade, sweetie. That yellow scarf is just like the matching ones that my buddy and I wore. It looks great on you too. I'm sure your dishes will always be tasty from now on, if you change into that look when you cook. Oh, does that look give me an upgrade? Hey, Ditto, I've been waiting for you. There's some kind of super strong fence up ahead that's blocking off the way forward. I tried to knock it down, but my punches couldn't even make a dent. Think you could do something about it? I probably can. Yeah, I guess I could try cutting it down. What? You think you can cut the thing down like it's a branch on a tree? Ha! Now that I'd like to see. Alright, let's jog it over to that fence. I'll take you to it. Try to keep up. Over here. Oh, yeah. There's one of these in the wastelands, too. Okay, here's the fence. Looks pretty sturdy, right? You really think you can cut this thing down? Show me what you got, pal. Alright, well, I can eat some bread to be able to do it. Where is my bread? There it is. Eating bread is powered up. You're cut. Heck yeah. Woo. Whoa, you did it. You cut that fence like it was paper. Awesome. Speaking of paper, we need paper. Machoke, do you know anything about that? Where I can get paper? Doesn't look like he's the kind of type to know, unfortunately. Classic Ditto. I knew you'd handle it. Now we can finally go farther in. Is it just me, or is it ridiculously hot? Seems like the heat's coming from deep within, and I'm no good with hot places. Wow, you're not a grass type, or a nice type, or a steel type, or a bug type. I think it'd be fine. You know what they say, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the tunnel. So I'll head back now. I don't think they said that, dude. But hey, you should totally go further in and check it out. Maybe you'll meet some Pokemon who love living in super hot spots. Meanwhile, I should probably go cool off these fists. They're starting to swell up from all that fence punching from earlier. Ow. Alright, man, you do that. Check out the hot spring, that could help. Which honestly, now that I think about it, would make sense if there's a hot spring nearby for some sort of like heat source to be from located below it. Oh, Joseph, I was just poking around on the PC when apparently decided to connect me with you again. How are things on your end? It's really hot. It's really dark. I guess it's hot, right? That's what he mentioned. Oh, you're in a tunnel, are you? The mountains around here all seem to be volcanoes, so I'm very much in... Again, should have thought of that. All that volcanic ash everywhere. Maybe there was an eruption. Could that be the reason why people had to leave the planet? And then, logically following from there, why would the Pokemon be okay and not the people? Because the fire types might be fine, but I don't think, like, no offense to Kricketot, but I don't think Kricketot would be fine. And yet Cricketot's out here. The mountains around here all seem to be volcanoes, so I'm very much inclined to believe you that it's hot in there. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Oh, that reminds me. It's about melting copper ore to make copper ingots. I believe you'll want a smelting furnace for that. But I'm afraid I don't know how to actually use a smelting furnace. That's the type of question you should take to a Pokemon who can manipulate fire. Please don't bring Torkoal into this again. I really don't have time for him. Okay. At least it's someone new. For example, there's a Pokemon called Magmar. They're all born in volcanoes, much like the one you're in now. I'm in a volcano? News to me. You could try making a home that would appeal to a Magmar. Then, if you're able to meet a Magmar, that's your chance to ask about a smelting furnace. I would wager they could teach you all about it. Alright. You're not gonna tell me about the habitat? So I'm just guessing in the dark. Do you have any idea about the furniture I should put down? Like, should I put down a Rowlet clock? A birdhouse? A hot tub? Like some sort of like floral thing? Is that his thing? Probably not, but you know. It's gonna be over for everyone in this town once I connect all these railways and get it started, get it working. Because I am going to be flying all over the place. Yolo, are you enjoying those flowers? Hey, Larvitar. How can I help you? Oh. Where'd you go today, Ditto? You gotta take me with you sometime. Got it? Larvitar's cry kind of sounds like Celebi's. Just throwing that out there. Can explore this volcano. And hopefully discover a way not to get burned to a crisp. Maybe we could turn into a Goron or something from Breath of the Wild. Imagine if Link could do that, that'd be really hilarious. Although I think there's a game where he kind of can, right? Awesome. Okay, so it looks like this is what we're looking for. You found a trace of a Pokemon. Magmar. Digging and burning. Okay. So wheelbarrow, smelting furnace, and excavation tools. Alright. Well, I can move that stuff right there. Alright. You restored a digging and burning habitat. Great, and it's just Magmar, no one else, so it'll be a hot sec before I can get him, so let me do this, and while I am here, I will go, while I'm trying to make some time go by, I will check those other habitats that I placed. Security camera 8. That was fast. Okay, here we go. Will it be Cubone or Marowak? Cubone!
Ah, a human! Wait, maybe not. Are you a Pokemon? Phew, okay, guess I'm safe for now. This place looks nice and quiet, so I think I'll stay here for a while. Let's be friends, okay? Mom probably would have liked a place like this too.
Well, your mom will be popping up in the grave right next to you in a minute. A lonely Pokemon. Where's the skull of its deceased mother? Its cries echo inside the skull and comes out as a sad melody. That is really, really sad, but I'm not sure I believe that entirely, because if you breed a Cubone and still have the mother with you, the Cubone will come out with the skull. So, like, sir, what'd you look like without the skull, huh? There's no point in placing... Excuse me? What do you mean? Can you only have 8? I guess so. There we go. Someone's in the in the wheelbarrow. Magmar, are you all right? Blink twice if you're cry for help if you're stuck. Hi there. It's been a while since I've talked to anyone, and well, I'm getting really nervous, to be honest. I feel like my heart's about to jump out of my mouth. Oops, sorry, fire came out instead. Well, at least you're up there, so you're not gonna get me in the face like you would have if you were standing on the ground with me, so I appreciate that. That was thoughtful of you, even if it probably was not intentional. I'd be so happy if you come talk to me again, though. Just watch where you point that duck beak. Oh, you need to melt some copper ore and make ingots. Mag, it feels so good to be relied on. Then could you put some copper ore into the smelting furnace at my home? I'll melt it down with my flames and make you ingots. It'll take a little time, so come by and look later, okay? Promise me. You could put metal such as copper ore into a smelting furnace. If a Pokemon with the burn specialty notices this, they'll process the metal into ingots, so it doesn't have to be Magmar. Okay. If you'd like to get started right away, bring a Pokemon with you and stand in front of the smelting furnace. Okay. Can you follow me? Hi there, Ditto. Great weather, right? The perfect weather for a nap, actually. Dude, we're inside. How do you know what the weather is? Could you follow me, please? Okay, I'll follow you. So, we have lots of copper ore. I don't know, 15? That's probably a good start. Okay. I'll take care of that. And I'll take care of this. What's down here, though? Oh, copper! Okay, can I punch this copper? No, I cannot. Interesting. I wonder if there's a way to get back to this. The music stopped. Now it's saying, if you want to return home, you can. How deep does this go? Is there going to be something kind of creepy down here? This is kind of just a little unnerving, you know? Got a recipe for a cooking pot. Cool. I feel like I'm going into a dungeon or something. Oh, wow! It's like the cave, like inside of Area 0 in a way. Crystals. I can cut it! These are crystal fragments. That is so cool. It's so pretty too. I hope they regrow, otherwise, you know. And I'm sure, yeah, I can't. Yeah, but they're like changing colors too, right? Wow. This is gorgeous. Oh, here's maybe some lore. Bug Love, September issue, has been added to your human records. This issue's feature article is all about Vespiquen. What is the Beehive Pokemon's surprising reaction when given honey? Read on to find out. Is that it? Oh. Oh, here we go. This is where the lava is. Am I going to be able to go in here? Or do I need to, like, wear some heat-proof material? You found a trace of a Pokemon. Charcadet. Wow. Piping hot lava. Can I move? So if I move it right next to the lava, do I have to move? Okay. Nice. So maybe we'll get a Charcadet in a minute. Nothing but piping hot lava here. Fire-type Pokemon simply can't resist visiting. A little bit more. I probably can't get in the lava. Ooh, ooh. Yep. Can't do that. I wonder if... Nice. Okay. How far does this go? It goes for a while. Wow. I guess this is another instance where having a operative railroad or railway would be very helpful and convenient for this. No! Oh no. Ah! R.I.P. Ditto. Alright, I guess I cannot jump that far. You know, I remember earlier I was kind of like complaining, well, not complaining, but lamenting that, oh, this place looks so desolate. Clearly not. I think I was right in my prediction that there's a lot of stuff underground here. All right, Hacker's Confessions number 4 has been added to your human records. Apparently, I left traces when I hacked the servers. That was enough for them to track me down. The people from the Foundation were surprisingly polite, and they explained what was happening in detail. I have no intention of writing it here. The only important thing is that someday this disaster will spread through the entire world. They said that humanity isn't in its current state, can't prevent it. The Foundation, together with other regions, had formed a plan to evacuate all of humanity into space. The plan was already in motion. My head was spinning at the outrageous tale. So what would become of Pokemon? When I put the question to them, they described their Pokemon conservation project and asked for my help. Alright, so there's some organization that seems a little weird and sketchy that has a project to evacuate all people. For some reason, they aren't bringing the Pokemon with them. I really hope this organization is not like Quasartico, because they are a hot mess and do not have the best interests of the world in mind, and they're sketchy as heck, to be honest. You know, maybe it's just me being in the place and time where I live, but I'm not exactly one to be all pro, yeah, let's trust our local major mega corporations and rich people and CEOs. Like, come on, man. Like Jet, I was fully expecting her to be the villain. I guess spoiler alert, I'll put a, you know, whatever. But yeah, I was fully, like, she seems like the villain. And yet, no, she's just not a villain, she's just irrelevant. And pretty pea-brained. And elitist, to be honest. And now if Tawny or Bane ended up being the leader, then it's also a little worrisome for the future of the organization. Oh, cool! Here we go! Get your camera ready, a great photo op is happening nearby. What's going on? Oh, Chatot. Whoops. This is the second photo of Chatot that I have now. This is the life. So surely Magmar is done now, right? So that's 5. Oh my gosh. Each of those things is for one of them? You came up with a recipe for a hand car. We are gonna be riding the rails. Dibs on living here. Oh, someone's here! Someone new. Is this Charcadet, maybe? It is! Haha! Hey, man. Hup, hup, yeah, yeah, yeah! Well, what do you think about my move? Pretty cool, huh? I practice it real hard all the time, so I'll never lose. As long as I keep my body moving and let my feelings burn within me, I can beat anyone, even if they're huge. Probably. Is this Carlos the Charcadet? Oh, another crystal cavern. Awesome, so pretty. Photo number 4 is managed your human records. Aww. I wonder what, like, if this is the same Riolu that is walking around out there. Because I know these two are recurring characters in these stories. I think once I get all these clues together, it'll be really interesting to read them all together at once. Just to kind of parse through everything and assemble the truth in a coherent manner instead of just little bits and fragments here and there. It's really cool. Keeping me very much on the edge of my seat about what happens or where everyone is and if they're going to come back. I'm gonna guess now that they're not gonna have the humans actually physically come back in this game. But if it's going to imply that there are steps in place to bring everyone back and that they are in the process of coming back. Like, I hope they're not just all extinct. Because obviously there are plans to get them in space, but I don't know 100% if they are in space. They probably are, but very strange. I gotta find him. Hey, Ditto, do you know Graveler? No, I know Graveler. He's in that cave over there. What kind of Pokemon are they? They're huge, heavy, and round rocky Pokemon. I used to work out with them all the time back in the day. They're the perfect weight for bench presses. Anyway, I need them for something. Could you be a pal and find Graveler for me? Pretty sure they like hanging out in spots like this. Anyway, if you run into each other, tell them to come see me. Alright, well, I can do that. Pretty easily. I've got a bad feeling. Oh, hey there, Ditto. Did you need anything from me? Machoke needs you. Huh? Machoke needs me for what? Oh, I know, for working out. I'm not real big on training that way. It tickles, you know? But wait, you're real good at that thing, right? That thing you do, I mean, transforming. I like the Ditto icon there. Maybe you could transform into me and then, you know, go hang out with Machoke. I bet they wouldn't even notice. So we're encouraging identity theft. Alright. I mean, that's a pretty good transformation, to be honest. You learned rollout. I mean, I could tell the difference, but Machoke might not be able to. Oh wow, you look just like me. You're real good at this whole transforming thing. Really? For real, you look just like me. Do you think you could keep that look and go see Machoke now? Transform into Graveler to move by rolling. You can also break things by holding ZR. So now I'm a Graveler. Can I jump? Okay, I can. This is so cool. Woo! I'm a Graveler. Hey man, what you doing up there? Hey, long time no see. It's totally me, Graveler. Oh, you're singing. Well, 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 if it ain't Graveler, what's new, pal? I've been looking everywhere for you. Huh. Did you, change up your look? Something's different. Nope, same old Graveler. Definitely same old Graveler. Definitely not a fake. Definitely not, Ditto, who we were just talking to a minute ago. Don't look at my face or my eyes. Oh, well, guess it has been a long time since I last saw ya. Which reminds me, it's great to see ya. Truth is, there's something I want to tell you. Ooh, I'm not equipped for this. Aw. I'm real sorry for how I used to force you to work out with me. You never really seemed into it, so I feel bad for making you do it anyway. Sorry again, pal. These days I'm more into workouts that use sandbags, so it won't happen again. Phew, I'm glad we got to talk. Now that that's behind us, I hope we can still hang out and stuff. Seems Graveler was under the wrong impression. Head back to them and share what Machoke said. Hey Graveler, I think you really should have been the one to go do this instead of me. Everyone is talking down to me today. Magmar, Machoke, Graveler, like why is everyone having to be on an elevated surface? It feels a little demeaning, you know? Hey, Ditto, did Machoke say something to you? He certainly did. Huh? They apologized to you, or well, I guess to me. And they said I don't have to work out with them anymore? Huh. Guess I was overthinking things. That's unusual. You know, now that I don't have to work out with them, I feel a bit lonely for some reason. Thanks for your help, Ditto. I'm gonna keep being friends with Machoke, so don't worry. Nice. And in the meantime, I am gonna rock out. Woo. Look out! Haha, it is me, Ditto. Ah, hey. Thanks to you, Joseph, there are now a lot more Pokemon in this town. And they really seem like they're enjoying themselves here, too. They're all... What is that? They're all so lively. I know we have you to thank for their comfortable lifestyles here, Joseph. I'd like to take this opportunity to show my gratitude once again. So thank you, Joseph. You're welcome? I thought that was going to be a little more consequential. It seems you managed to make a frying pan. Then you should be able to make a delicious hamburger steak. Okay. Alright. Now what? Alright, how did I... Okay, oh. Bean burgers, okay. I need to grab my beans then. Oh, he's got a colander in there and some dishes. Whoa, he is all equipped. Teapots in there? How is that not? I'm not gonna question it, you know. Let's make let's make a lot of burgers. Order up. It looks good. You made 7 simple hamburger steaks. It seems your efforts to make a hamburger steak were successful. My goodness, you just absorb no information like a little sponge cake, don't you, sweetie? I'd better do my best. I feel like this is coded to be like a woman, or at least someone kind of like... No, I feel like he's coded to be a different kind of character that I'm speaking in his voice, like using a voice for. But I kind of like the French thing, so I'm going to try to stick with that. I'd better do my best to keep up. Oh yeah, now I can punch those rocks that I couldn't earlier. And so I can get gold ore and the crystal ore. That's right? Nice. Yeah, I can. Okay, that's awesome. What's that sound? What do you mean? Hi, Ditto, do you have a minute? I think I hear sounds coming from in there. I wonder if maybe you go check things out and see where the sounds are coming from. If you find anything, could you let me know? In here. Like, should I... I guess I could punch it away. Now that I very, totally coincidentally have an upgraded punching ability. Well, it's pretty in here. Looks like the entrance to a crystal cavern. What is going on with the music? Black rock. And then what about this? Glowing stone. Put it somewhere dark to create a mystical atmosphere. Is that Rodham? Oh, it's moving. Look behind you. It's behind. Ah! Boo, yo.
Boo, yo. Haha, you scared? Huh? I guess not, darn. Maybe I've gotten rusty. It's been a hot minute since I tried to scare a human.
I'm not a human, yo. I thought I heard some noises.
Oh yeah, I was bumping some tunes. And, who are you? Wait, you're not a human? You're a ditto. Yo, that transformation is wild. I thought you weren't actually a human. I can go into all sorts of machines and electronics, you know? This one is super cool. It plays music. I was waiting here.
Why does Ho always show up when I'm in the middle of something important?
I was waiting here alone, hoping someone would come along, but no one ever did. So I've been playing music to keep the mood high and the vibes right.
Rotom, the plasma Pokemon. This Rotom entered a mini stereo system and was deeply moved by the synth pop CD someone had left inside. The experience gives this Pokemon an upbeat personality. Electric and normal. Pretty cool, pretty cool.
But hey, now that you're here, Ditto, how about listening to some hot tracks with me before you run off?
Actually, could you come back and possess the music CD track in my house back at the Wastelands?
Huh? You don't have time for that. Because all the humans and Pokemon disappeared. Yo, seriously? But the Pokemon are slowly coming back, you say. And you're trying to make a new town with great vibes. Yo! That is so cool. I want to help out, too. Guess I won't waste any more time just sitting around here. I'll see you again in a bit.
Peace out, my dude. You've earned a recipe as a reward for discovering lots of Pokemon. What'll it be this time? A wreath. Cool. So, what can I do for you?
I want to help you make the town a vibe, yo. But let me go meet everybody else first.
All right. What's this? Copy of Game Corner. Oh, a closet. I kind of want to take it, but I probably shouldn't. So where does this go? Does this connect back to where it was before, maybe? Maybe not. So to anyone else, like, listen to the soundtrack for a minute. There we go. Yeah, that sounds like an owl right there. Alright, Score Bunny.
So Rodham was playing music down there. Huh, what a relief to know. The sounds were kind of scaring me. Thanks for looking into it, Ditto. Now I'm gonna go make friends with Rodham.
Rodham. Probably Rotom. Alright. So, level 3! The shop now has a wider selection of items, and new challenges are available. Oh, we can buy another PP up. That's awesome! And then, oh, a Moonlight Dance statue kit. That's pretty cool. Clefairy. That's Stone Cottage. Pokemon Center rebuilding kit. Oh, I like the design on the windows for this. That's pretty. Time to rebuild the Pokemon Center. Gather materials and helpers. There's a lot of good stuff here. Oh, wow, that's a lot. Okay. Okay, well, I could theoretically do that. And I have enough Pokemon to do it, too. Glass. Wonder how to get glass. Alright. Whoop. Alright, cricket tune. Way to go. Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Oh, here he is. Hey, Rotom. What'd you think?
Yo, Joseph. Yo, Joseph and friends. You all got a sec?
We're gonna have a dance party now? My, Joseph, you do seem to find the most unusual Pokemon. You are called Rotom, right? Is that right, Pumpkin? Oh shoot, I missed what he said.
I heard you all want to make a totally poppin' town here. And I have a real good idea of how to make the vibes immaculate.
Oh, you are going to help us out too. What a sweetie you are, thank you. Indeed, we would be very grateful. Would you please share your idea with us?
There's only one way to make it happen, yo. We gotta have a party.
Party? What exactly are you thinking of? Oh, a party sounds lovely. This brings back so many fond memories.
Yeah, a party with hype music and singing and dancing and eating good food, yo.
Right, yes, a party. Yes, of course. That is more or less what I was picturing. Yes, indeed. That does sound quite fun.
I knew you'd be down, Joseph. Let's get working on the preparations.
And what would those be? Could you tell us what we ought to do?
We can figure that out as we go, yo. Let's get to it.
Okay. Oh, I am so looking forward to having a party. After all, the most important thing you need for a party is food. I'll show you all my very best cooking and whip up a special spread just for the party. What you gonna make? Now that you mention it, I hadn't thought that far. I wonder, what should I cook? Special dish for a special party? I need to think hard about this. I definitely want to include lapa berries in whatever we make, and of course beans are a must. But the big question is, what dish will incorporate all of that? Ah, my mind's a scrambled mess right now. I just can't seem to get my thoughts in order. You know what? Maybe it would be better if we set up the party venue before worrying about that. So you are going to need this, Joseph. You got a party cooking pot from Chef Dente. This place looks good for a party. It's got lots of space. Would you be a dear and clear away some of that ash and stone in the way? Then you can set up that party cooking pot somewhere around here. If you set up a wonderful party venue, I'm sure it inspired me to come up with a wonderful dish too. Alright, let's do it. I'll clear this. I think it's getting kind of late and I'm honestly getting kind of tired. So what I will do is I think I'll clear this and then I'll probably call it for this episode of the whole thing. Just melting into the ground. Whoa! Oh, that is so helpful. No, 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 no. Okay. Selectively helpful. Helpful when you don't need precision. Alright. Much better if I had to say so myself. Is it up to your standards, sir, ma'am, whoever? This place was really livened up with all the new Pokemon living here. What you need again? Would you be ideal inside of the party cooking somewhere around here? Okay, alright, okay. Let's stick it here, maybe? That works. Works for me. This place is starting to look ready for the party, and it's all thanks to you, Joseph.
Yo, so is this the party cooking pot you've all been talking about, huh? I'm digging the culinary vibe.
Alright, this is sure to inspire some great ideas for the party dish.
Any minute now.
I'm gonna have to make this sandwich, right? It is no use! I cannot come up with a single thing. I am so sorry, Joseph. And after you went through all that trouble to set the place up.
Chef, yo, that gives me an awesome idea. If you can't come up with a good recipe, then maybe we just need to get down.
And what does that mean exactly?
Get down, get grooving, you know? If we get everyone in the mood for a party first, while Chef's thinking, if everyone's in the right mood, coming up with an awesome party food idea should be easy. I believe in you, Chef. You've got this.
He is doing all sorts of acrobatics up in the air. Haven't you two only just met?
Well,
despite that, I am beginning to agree. It does feel like I could come up with an idea if the mood is great. Let's vibe, yo. How about it then, Joseph? Sweetie, would you be a little mood maker for us? I know I've done nothing but ask favors of you, but, well, I'm asking again. That does sound quite festive. But how exactly are we meant to raise the mood?
We can figure that out as we go, yo. Looks like the mood's sitting around 34 right now. We gotta get hype and crank it up to 100.
So this is reminiscent of the humidity quest. Well, yeah, I want to decorate this a bit more before I actually go into, like, start the party, so it's probably good that it's going to take a bit of preparation. And I will not do the party off screen.
Joseph, let's get the venue vibing and raise the mood, yo. You can leave the music to me. So, real quick, do you know what CDs are?
Those flat disc thingies? Yeah, I have a lot of them.
Yo, you know what they are? Nice. Yep, they're those flat disc things that humans made to record music for playback purposes. If you put some CDs in my CD player, I can play the music that's been recorded on them. The more CDs we've got, the more music we can add to our rotation. Isn't that awesome? So anyway, Joseph, I guess first I'm going to need you to go out and find us some CDs. Once you got them, place them in my CD player, yo.
Alright, well, I have a lot of them back in my place in the wasteland, so I will do that for you later. Alright. You know what, I think I'm going to finish this off screen, but I want to say thank you, everyone, for watching, and I will be back soon. I'll be updating this, and I'll work on this and be back with another video soon. And I will also continue filming for the next Pokemon Leaf Green video. So, yeah, with that in mind, I hope that everyone has a good night. As always, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff if you want. And feedback is also always appreciated. So, yeah. I think that's it. All right. Have a good night, everybody.